Hey everybody, welcome back to Elevator Pitch. My name is Joe Ennis, and this week I am talking to Jennifer Holm. Jennifer runs a company called Bobella. Bobella is a company that is brand strategy and brand creation. Their motto is building beautiful brands. They do things like brand strategy, website design, digital marketing, kind of the whole thing. And Jennifer runs the company. And she does an awesome job. In this episode, she brings really good information for people that are trying to either better brand themselves or start learning about digital marketing and different strategies that they can take to grow their own business. Jennifer talks a little bit about what they do and the approach they take to their clients, as well as tips for new people who kind of want to get into this stuff themselves. So without further ado, enjoy the episode. Hey everybody, welcome back to Elevator Pitch. My name is Joe Ennis, and today I am with Jennifer Holm of Bobella. Jennifer, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
So Jennifer, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do over with Bobella.
So my name is Jennifer Holm. I founded Bobella Brands, which is a boutique marketing agency located in Bethesda, Maryland. We help our clients develop their brands into businesses that focus on their core competencies and core customers, and try to develop a brand that their customers want to work with. And we do this by first helping our clients create a cohesive brand strategy that communicates a clear message to their target market and reflects their unique qualities. Then we take a look at the client's website. A website is often a customer's first experience with the brand. So having an attention-grabbing website that looks good but is also functional and focuses on generating leads is key. With helping our client, and we totally help our clients do this. And finally, we help our clients engage with their customers through digital marketing and ultimately drive traffic to their websites. Successful digital marketing is about sharing an experience that will foster brand loyalty and create a connection with your audience that encourages them to take an action.
That's awesome. So Jennifer, what are some of you've been doing this for a while? What are some of the biggest issues that you see? Maybe small businesses, maybe mistakes that they're making when they're starting either with their website or just digital marketing in general, that you guys are really trying to tackle. And I don't know, maybe some common ones that you see a lot of people run into.
So the biggest challenge that I run into with small businesses is that they don't understand who their core customer is. A lot of our clients will come to us and they'll tell us, for example, that their core customer are women in their 60s who, like home improvements. However, we really analyze the data. We look at Google Analytics, we look at who's visiting your website, we look at who's purchasing and who's converting. And we help our clients actually understand who their real customers are and where they need to focus their attention. So we're really into the data and making sure that our customers are analyzing this and looking at this.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know at a place I used to work, I always kind of used to tell my old boss, who was way smarter and obviously had run the company, I'd be like, so our target demographic is like normally like 25 to like 35-year-old entrepreneurs, right? And he was like, no, it's like 60-year-old guys. And I was like, what? And he was just like, yeah, you just got to look. And it's actually, could be potentially completely different, the people that are actually consuming your content and wanting to work with your brand. So that's cool that you look at the analytics and actually look at the data of all that. It makes perfect sense.
And then also trying to find meaningful patterns within the data. So for example, if you realize that a certain demographic is really making purchases and making interactions during a certain time of year, then maybe we focus on that segment and do marketing campaigns focusing on that segment during that time of year.
Right. That's cool. That's awesome. So Jennifer, what would you say? There's a lot of digital marketing brands out there. There's a lot of marketing brands, and they seem to just be on the rise. Kind of, I see them more now than ever. What are some of the things that sets Bobella apart from other digital marketing agencies out there?
Well, we really take a passion for our customers. The reason why I founded Bobella was to make marketing affordable, good marketing affordable to clients that don't necessarily have these massive marketing budgets. I came from the agency world and I know the type of money that large companies need to invest to get their brands out there. So I really try to micro target into a very precise demographic and then use the budget tactically to really focus on their core customers once again. So that way they're getting the most value out of their marketing dollars.
That's awesome. And why do people need to worry about that? Like, there's a lot of marketing brands, and on another kind of side of things, building a website is kind of easier than ever. Like, you can get Squarespace or Wix or whatever, WordPress, and kind of just build it yourself. And a lot of people feel like, I mean, obviously you and I know most of them are garbage, but like, it's easier than ever. So why should people worry about or care about working with digital agencies like Bobella or even other ones in today's world?
Well, I think if you're a startup budget with a very limited budget, then yeah, testing your theory, seeing if your concept is feasible, using a Wix or a Squarespace just to get yourself out there in the beginning, I think is a good strategy. However, do take into account and set aside a budget that you really should invest in the long run into a real website, something maybe on a WordPress, Shopify, depending on where your needs are, and actually look at that data, make sure your SEO. Some of these pre-built platforms aren't the best for search engine optimization. And right now, the digital landscape and social media is becoming more and more competitive. The algorithms are constantly changing. The pay-per-click cost is constantly going up. So targeting the right people and making the right decisions with your investment is really going to get you more out of that budget than if you just sort of spend it everywhere and take some of these shortcuts.
Yeah, I was kind of gonna say something along the lines of that too. I agree. Like, it's working with a digital marketing company that knows what they're doing off the bat is honestly going to save you a lot of money in the long run, even though it seems like it might be more expensive or a lot more work or whatever. But most of the time, it's actually in the long run going to save you a lot of money because you're not just throwing money at a wall basically to pay for your Squarespace site or whatever and getting no results from it. So that's really cool. What are what are some of your ideal clients? Do you guys work with everyone? Do you guys like to prefer to work with a certain niche of people? What are your small businesses, large businesses? What are your ideal clients?
So we do work with businesses of any and all sizes. My personal passion is health, wellness, and fitness. So I love focusing on companies that are something that I'm passionate about personally. So I love working with gyms, nutritionists, doctors, anyone within that health, wellness, and fitness space, because these are products that I would buy, and I really know that target market very well. However, we also work with business services, we work with retail services, and food and beverage. My team and I have a strong background in the food and beverage space. So we also really like to play in that area as well.
That's awesome. I bet you have some cool clients in there too. That's probably pretty cool. Jennifer, what would you say to people that, let's say, they don't right off the bat have a marketing budget for like a big thing? What are some tips that you could give listeners on either building a website with something like Squarespace or WordPress or something that, some easy tips that you might see a lot of people miss when you guys go in there that they can try to make sure to focus on when building their own website or, marketing themselves?
What is your goal? Is your goal to sell something? Is your goal to collect an email? Is your goal to book an appointment? Figure out what your goal is, and then make sure that there is a clear call to action on every single page. You need to think through the structure of your website very well and make sure that each page is guiding the customer on a journey to find the answer to the question that they're looking for when they're coming to your website. So that's the number one thing. And then making sure that your brand is consistent. So if your brand colors are blue and red on your website, don't use green and yellow in your social media promotion. So making sure that that consistent identity is there across all of your marketing channels.
Right. That makes sense. Cool. Well, Jennifer, how can people get in touch with you? How can people get involved? Are there any, things that you guys, like courses or anything that you guys are doing? I don't know.
I love giving free advice, honestly. I love working with entrepreneurs, and I just love taking the knowledge that I have and helping other entrepreneurs and businesses. So you can always just go to our website, www.bobellabrands.com, and book a consult with one of our experts. And we're more than happy to just get on the phone with you, listen to where you're coming from, listen to what you're struggling with at the moment. And, we're just here to help. If we can be a part of that team and part of helping you with a solution, we're happy to do that. Or if it's just giving you a free 15-minute consult, we can also do that as well.
That's awesome. Actually, I have one more question that I'm going to kind of edit in here real quick. What are some of the things that and you kind of hit on it at the beginning, but what are some of the specific services that you guys offer that people can expect to get from you guys? Like, is it just, website design? Is it, are there some specific kind of services that people can expect?
Yeah, so we've broken our company into 4 different divisions. So we have the brand strategy division, which is really where when you're first coming in, you haven't developed your brand, we'll help you identify or we'll help you develop your identity. So we'll help you figure out your mission, your values, your vision. We'll also help you get your colors, your icons, your logos, everything that's really going to represent who you are and communicate that to the customer in a meaningful way. We also have a website division where we help our clients build their websites. We always focus on lead generation and conversion when we're building a website and looking at answering the customer's question who's coming to your website. And we also focus on digital marketing. Our digital marketing division looks at pay-per-click, social media, anything in that digital space. And finally, we have an events and promotions division of the company. That division is a little bit silent right now due to COVID.
Sure.
But we're always out there trying to engage with customers on a one-on-one basis, which if you have that meaningful connection in person, it's just, you really can build brand loyalty that way.
Right. That's awesome. So pretty much like people that literally have nothing but want to start a business could come to you and you guys could get them going in the right direction. That's pretty cool. Like they can, you guys can do everything.
Solution, so.
That's awesome. So, yeah, guys, if you have any questions for Jennifer, please reach out. All of her description, links and everything will be in the description of this episode. Bobella would probably love to work with you or at least give you a free 15-minute call to see what you're about. And Jennifer, thank you so much for being here today. Do you have anything else you want to say before we close?
No, thank you, Joe, for having me. I've really enjoyed this conversation, and I'm always enjoy and I'm passionate about talking about marketing. So.
Awesome. Me too. Well, thank you so much for being here, Jennifer.
Great. Thank you.
Hey, I want to thank Jennifer one more time for coming on the show. It was really awesome. Remember, if you're new here, please click the subscribe button if you're listening on an audio version. If you're on YouTube, you can click right above my head or check out one of these other videos that we've made as well. If you have any questions, go to joeennis.net or podcastbyjoe.com, and you can get in touch with me, and we can do this for your own business. Thanks.